So, good morning, class. Ang topic today is introduction to Photoshop. So, some of you knows how to use this tool, this software. So, what is Photoshop ba? So, Adobe Photoshop actually is the world's most advanced digital imaging sabihin natin software or editor na karamihan photographers, designers, and web professionals use this tool or this application. These applications give you the utmost power and creative control for 2D or actually 3D and image manipulation, compositing, video editing, and image analysis. So, actually maraming use ang Photoshop right now, lalo na kung you are more drawn or inclined to this application. You can expand yung capacity niya. So on the screen, you will see this. The software I use from this project is Photoshop and Fusion 360. So Fusion 360 is not part of my lecture, but makita mo na some elements on the design is done by Photoshop. So like you want to add those scooters or bicycles, I use Photoshop to edit and to enhance the colors, the lighting, and to add some elements na hindi ko na ilagay when I was rendering the interior on Fusion 360. So I also added this yan yung glow kasi hindi ko siya nagawa sa Fusion that time. So mas mabilis kong nagawa sa Photoshop. And some actually this wall paper na sabihin natin late na kasi na-approve ni client. So in-embed ko na lang siya using Photoshop. This is also another Fusion 360 plus Photoshop. If I say PS, it's Photoshop. I also use the application for prints. So this is also my designs. Sabihin, we start from the pattern itself, then I manipulate, I design, I create using Photoshop. Then we come up with a product pero more on the fashion line. So pwede siyang gamitin for clothing, um, accessories, and other stuff. Yan. Some effects actually is done by Photoshop also, like yung coloring, tapos makita mo yung mga shadowing, yung mga outline that you see from this one. Pag we illustrate something, we also use Photoshop. Yan. So lahat ng actually the bags and the dress and the prints is done by Photoshop. And syempre hindi naman gagalaw si Photoshop without the designer or without the user. So hindi yan sabihin natin you just click okay, create me this design and that's it. So it has a lot of work. But ang good kasi dyan is the Photoshop can help you to do your designs. So and also this actually a page of a catalog. So but the catalog is done by a design application. The design itself is from Photoshop. Okay, another example, one of my works is catalog. Then actually this catalog is per page, so hindi siya by nakaspread. So the client wants to to have the catalog page by page. So, ang ginawa ko, gumamit na lang ako ng Photoshop. Tsaka from editing, the photography is done by me. So, after I edit the photos, if nakikita niyo yung mga ilaw, yung glow, is done Photoshop na rin kasi na-shoot. Hindi na-shoot yung product or yung bicycle or electric scooter ng may mga ilaw na ganyan. So, pati yung mga effects, mga lines, text, all Photoshop. So, later on, I have a video. I'll be sending this to you. So, I prefer and I encourage you to watch this para makita nyo kung ano pa yung capacity ni Photoshop. So, let's jump to parts of Photoshop. After this lecture, I'll be also sending you a short demo to show you the layers. So this one, we have parts of Photoshop. We have the menu bar. This is the menu bar. Yan, pag nag-open kayo ng Photoshop, makita niyan. And we have the title bar. Pag sinabi nating title bar, it displays the name of the file. And sorry, yung number one, the menu bar, it contains row of menus that includes file, edit, image, layer, type, select, filter, 3D, view, window, and help. So, makita nyo agad yan. But for the title bar, you can also change the title once you create a new layer or create a new file. But dito muna tayo sa basics ng Photoshop. Okay, so number 3, we have the toolbox on the end. You have this toolbox. Dito nyo makita lahat ng tools that we use for Photoshop. And we have the status bar. This section displays a variety of information about the objects and the tools that are in the select. So document, a new file size, that's it. So next, we have the ruler, or which also called as actually ruler pa din. It's a guide that useful to determine the position and size of an object. Ruler appears when you've made a worksheet, drawing, or windows. You can hide or unhide this ruler. Then, this is the drawing windows. This is used as a worksheet to create with photos or drawings. So, dyan ka magsa-start ng artwork mo. But it depends dun sa size na kailangan mo. So, it will fall down sa creating ng file. Kasi ito yung PS tools. Kasi ating PS tools, ito yung Photoshop tools or yung commands na you can use for the entire project or task that you are doing. But all of them have different abilities to to do some to render or to do the task. So sabihin natin merong move tool, may artboard. Pag nakita nyo kasi sa toolbox, isa lang yung naka-appear. So I'll be teaching you how to release the hidden tools later on. So rectangular, elliptical, single row marquee tool, single column marquee tool. So lahat yan nasa loob ng toolbox. Naka-hide lang siya underneath the main tool na naka-appear. So yeah, Photoshop tools layout. You can also do it 2 columns. So this area is 1, 2, 3, 4. This tool can move and select. Then 1, 2. This one is crop and slice. So pag sinabi kong asan ma'am yung slice, it's under. Then measurement tools nasa ilalim din ng dropper tool. Then retouching. Sinabi ko retouching and painting, so use it for retouching and use it for painting. Pero puwede mo naman siyang gamitin kahit sa iba. Kung marunong ka na at gamay mo na yung mga tools, you can try actually to use this for other, stuff that you need. So, drawing type tool, pen, text, actually, shape 'yan. So, 'pag sinabing drawing, 'di lang siya pencil, 'di lang siya pen, 'di lang siya text tool, yung mga shape form din you can also use. So, navigation, magnifying and spanning, that's it. Then the hidden tools, each tool in the toolbar is represented by an icon, and there are many more tools available than what we see. As I mentioned, mayroon tools hidden under it. So now we move to the tools and the commands. So move and selection tools, we have the move tool. So the move tool is used to move layers, selection, and guide with Photoshop document, enable to auto select to automatically select the layer or group when you click it. Then you also have the artboard tool. Bago yan sa Photoshop CC. If you have the older version of it, there's no artboard tool pa. Sabi nga natin mga CS6, you need to check. It allows you to easily design multiple web or UX user experience layouts for different device or screen sizes. So, what's the meaning of artboard? Sa isang canvas, you can multiple add different parang canvas. Parang madami, hindi lang isa. Like, example, you set 8.5 by 11 inches na canvas. So, you can add more inside in one, sa isang file. So, later, i-illustrate natin. Rectangular marquee tool. The rectangular marquee tool draws a rectangular selection outlines. So, press and hold shift as you drag to draw a square selection. So, kailangan if you want to make a square, a perfect square, you need to hold shift. But later you can practice it. Elliptical marquee tool. The elliptical marquee tool draws elliptical selection outlines. Press and hold shift again to make a perfect circle. So, single row marquee tool. The single row marquee tool in Photoshop selects a single row of pixels in the image of left to right. So, ganyan yung yung itsura. We have the lasso tool. The lasso tool, you can draw a free-form selection, outline, and object. Polygonal lasso tool. So, i-familiarize niyo yung sarili nyo um, by the icons. Para actually matatandaan nyo kasi yung tools or yung command by the image itself or the shortcut. Balikan ko to. Yan yung mga shortcut niya. BMM. Polygonal lasso tool, can click around an object with polygonal lasso tool to surround it with polygonal straight edge selection outline. Then magnetic lasso tool. So the magnetic lasso tool snaps the selection outline to the edge of the object. So once na click ka sa isang object, automatic minamagnet nung path dun sa outline ng object. So, kaso, hindi naman siya perfect. Papakita ko sa inyo kung bakit hindi siya perfect. So, we have the quick selection tool. Quick selection tools let you easily select an object simply by painting over it with the brush. Enable auto enhance in the option bar for quality selection. Then the magic wand, select areas of similar color with single click. Then we have the crop tool. Use the crop tool in Photoshop to crop an image and remove unwanted areas. Perspective, crop tool to both crop an image and fix common distortion or perspective problems. Also the slice tools divide an image or layout into smaller sections. Yan, ganun din yung slice select tool. The measurement tool, eyedropper. Um, Photoshop's eyedropper tool samples color in an image. So if you want to extract a color from an image and you want to imitate or duplicate, you just use the eyedropper tool. The 3D material eyedropper tool, you use this for 3D material design. So kung ano yung material ng 3D na you created using Photoshop, you can get or imitate, extract the material by using the 3D material eyedropper tool. So another is color sampler tool. The color sampler tool displays color values from the selected sampled area. Then you have the ruler tool. If you want to measure, use the ruler. You have the notebook. You put the notes. You put notes on your layers. Pwede yun. And you have the count tool to manually count the numbers of objects. So for retouching, we also have spot healing. So it quickly removes blemishes and minor problems. So we have healing brush. Healing brush lets you repair larger problem areas in the image. We have the patch tool. The patch tool draw freeform selection. So makita mo yan sa, teka, patch tool, freeform yan. Papakita ko later on. Yeah, with content aware move tool. We have red eye tool to remove the red eye do sa, not red eye, pag may mga glare from shots. Yan, use red eye tool. But hindi siya perfect ha. So we have the brush tool. Brush tool is Photoshop's primarily painting tool. Pencil, yan icon. The pencil tool is another Photoshop painting tools. So take note ha, yung nakalagay na B, yun yung shortcut. Then color replacement, if you want to replace a color, you just use this brush. Then for example, the image is yellow and you want to change it to red, you just use the color replacement tool and you need to set the color. Then you have mixer brush tool. Mixer brush tool can simulate the elements of real painting. Clone stamp, you clone. If you clone, you transfer, and you if you want to put pimple on the other cheek, then just use clone stamp. Then pattern stamp tool. Use the pattern stamp tool to paint pattern over the image. So we have history brush, um, art history brush tool, eraser tool, background eraser, magic eraser, gradient. Then you also have paint bucket, 3D material drop tool, blur tool if you want to blur an item, use blur tool. Sharpen if you want to sharpen, not if you want to make it clearer, you know. Smudge smears the area you want to paint over to create finger painting. So ini-smudge mo yung kulay. Then dodge, paint over areas in image of the dodge tool to lighten them. Then you have the burn if you want to darken. Use the burn tool. And sponge if you want to increase or decrease the saturation of color. So yan, meron pang drawing and type tools. We have pen tool, freeform pen tool, add anchor point tool, delete anchor, convert tool, horizontal type tool. So ito yung ginagamit natin for creating drawings. But actually, it would be easier for you guys if you want to use pen tool to have your Wacom tablet or pen tablet, any brand. It's okay. Pero right now, most of you actually are using mouse. So it's okay pa rin to use the pen tool kasi mas accurate at saka mas maganda yung design. Then for text, the vertical type tool adds type vertically from the bottom. And vertical type mask tool, masking, horizontal path selection, direct selection, rectangle tool. So yan, you can create those shapes. And we have polygon, line tool, custom shape, ellipse tool. So you navigate, hand tool, click and drag an image. Then if you want to rotate, you don't actually, useful naman siya. Pero may mga shortcut keys kasi ang Photoshop na you don't need to find those commands para lang mai-zoom mo, mai-rotate mo, and mai-drag mo yung layer. So so workspace, if you want to switch the workspace, like you're going to do a 3D model, a graphic or web, a motion, painting, photography, you can just click essentials. Then you will create a specific category or a specific um, parang default setup ng Photoshop depende dun sa kailangan mo. So lalabas dun like pag graphic may mga layers siya na isa-suggest that you can use for graphics. And that's it. So I will jump over to the basic demo nung commands. Hold on. Thank you.